Here's a problem anybody can relate to. What do you do with an overabundance of zucchini? Well, first you wash it. After I get that done, I'll be back and I'll show you what we're going to do with this load. Okay, we're all set. I just got to grab a couple things. I didn't film that because I figured y'all don't want to watch me stroke my zucchini, and if you do, that's OnlyFans content. You don't get that for free. We have this. I know what your first question is going to be. What the hell is that? So we're starting off this zucchini series with the quickest and easiest preservation method. Okay, we're just going to run it through, load up the dehydrator. So take your zucchini, and you cannot see the cutting board, so I need to move some stuff around here. Okay, there. Zucchini and a knife. Cut off the blossom end, and then somewhere between 1/4 and 3/8 of an inch slices. This one was actually starting to go hollow. It's a good thing I picked it. It would have gone bad otherwise. Just all the way down. Okay. This particular zucchini is your typical, it's green, but for some reason the variety is called Black Beauty. I don't bother trying to figure out where fruit and vegetable varieties get their names because, frankly, some of them are pretty out there. And then when you get down to that, that just goes in the compost bucket. Okay, now we're sliced up. Just gonna start putting it on the tray. I like to get as many on there as I can in a load because this stuff piles up really fast, and I hate waste, in case you haven't figured it out from a bunch of the other stuff you see me doing on this program. I mean, I go out of my way to make sure that nothing in my house goes to waste. And that's not quite full, so grab my knife and another one. This is they call this a yellow summer squash, but aside from the color, everything else about it says I'm a zucchini. So I just do the same thing with it that I do with the zucchini. So I'm sure you've got questions like, why is he slicing that so thick? Okay. Well, Jamie, I'm slicing it thick because zucchini, as a member of the cucumber family, is actually mostly water. Cadence, can you put that on the base for me? Huh? You know her as, you know Jamie as Auntie Jim.
And Jim.
Anyway, now zucchinis are mostly water, so I slice them thick like this because there's going to be a lot of shrinkage as they go through the drying process.
Back to my roll.
And when I pull them out in a few months to rehydrate them and use them in, I don't,
food here.
Exactly, insert recipe here, because ever since I figured this out a few weeks ago, I've been putting zucchini in all kinds of stuff, honestly.
Literally everything, guys.
In fact, when I do my next, y'all might want to make a point of watching my next podcast blog type video, because in that one I will be talking about how zucchini saved my life this summer. Just by adding a significant amount of it to my diet. Now, I'm not going to turn into Oprah Winfrey on you and start selling you. We've been screwing around corners here. I'm not going to turn into Oprah Winfrey here and start trying to sell you crazy ass frickin' diet plans and stuff like that. It's just an interesting little anecdote that popped up over the summer as a result of me getting my uncontrolled type 2 diabetes very much under control in about 4 months, I believe. I hear Cadence over there counting while she's eating her ramen. She's probably about to correct me. She really gets her rocks off doing that.
What?
Oh.
No, I was mimicking a TikTok shop. It's a nice opinion, but there's one small issue. It's out of a landmine at an undisclosed location in your house. Every step you take is a risk in me.
That sounds disturbing as hell. Anyway.
I have a picture of it out.
So, yeah. This method, this preservation technique, is the simplest, fastest, most straightforward. Okay? You just cut up the zucchini, put it on the tray, tell Cadence to put the ramen down and put the tray on the base.
Hold on.
Or wait for Cadence to eat her last bite of ramen, because she's a teenager and it's food.
Why can't you can zucchini?
Turns to mush.
Or squash, for that matter.
Alright, that's a good question. Get over here closer and ask it again, just in case the microphone didn't pick it up.
Oh, Jesus. Why can't you can squash?
Give me another one.
Was that close enough, Pookie?
It was a little creepily close. Give me a soda.
I don't know if your sodas are cold yet.
Well, if it's all that's cold, give me a Dr. Pepper. So, Cadence just asked why you can't can zucchini. Well,
Squash.
Actually, most other squash you can. But the thing about zucchini and summer squash is it really comes down to the way they're meant to be eaten. Okay? You can absolutely can your winter squashes, like your Hubbards, your patty pans, your acorns, because they're pretty much eaten either in a soup or as a side dish anyway. So if they turn to mush, it's not really a big deal. However, with zucchini and other varieties of summer squash, like this yellow guy that I'm currently chopping up, okay, nobody likes mushy zucchini. Okay, it's not like your other firmer squashes, okay, where it's got where you're looking for kind of a mashed potato consistency. So because of that, okay, you don't can your more delicate summer squashes, at least not in a high pressure canning method, because the temperature and the cook time get up before you take it. The temperature and the cook time turns your more delicate squashes into mush.
That's a lie.
And nobody likes a mushy squash.
I'm very picky about my squashes. I only really like sketty squash and squash. I've tried that kind of squash. I don't like it.
She says she doesn't like zucchini and summer squash, but what she doesn't realize is she has already eaten a shitload of it over the summer.
I never said I don't like zucchini. I actually very much so like zucchini. I just don't like the summer squash. It's a texture thing.
It's the same texture as zucchini.
Tastes like I'm trying to eat a human.
It does not. The texture of a yellow summer squash is nothing like the texture of human flesh.
It's too. It's chewy and gross.
And how would you know that humans are chewy and gross?
I've bit myself before.
Well, just because you're chewy and gross doesn't mean everybody is.
You're also chewy and gross.
No, nobody told you to bite me.
Maybe money breathing on the neck. You know his face. Hey, give me your face.
Okay. This one is probably going to do it. There. Okay. Yep. I'm going to load up this last tray, and then I'll be back. And there we are. Screaming away. My dehydrator setup is nothing fancy. It's just a couple of the cheap, easy to use, single temperature Nescos. I just stack them up and let them rip. So we'll let those rock and roll for about 24 hours. And then they'll be ready to put away. I'll show you what it looks like when you're done. And this is the finished product. This has been accumulating over the last 4 or 5 weeks. It's probably wet. It's probably about 20 pounds or so of mixed types of zucchini and summer squash, and it's in little dried out chips like this. I keep it in the freezer just because I live in a swamp, and with dehydrated stuff, keeping it in the freezer is pretty much the best way I've got to have a bag, a Ziploc bag like this that I'm still working on filling, and have everything stay dry. Now, as far as what you can do with these, well, you can just snack on them. I mean, they're a good snack. Healthy too. The flavor's freaking awesome. It's like getting punched in, hit in the mouth with a zucchini. But if there's enough interest, I will pull some out in the future for a cooking video, and I'll show you what I have for breakfast on the typical morning. So that's it for now. Next week or two, I'm seriously contemplating making some zucchini relish. It's one of my mom's recipes, and honestly I love it. It's my favorite hot dog relish. So yeah, I just got to see if I got all the stuff to do it. If I do, that video will be popping up. I just realized that this video looks like crap. I am so sorry. My camera lens is freaking disgusting. Yeah. Well, I'm not reshooting it. So, anyway, alrighty. I will catch y'all in the next one. Till then, yeah, go get a cheap dehydrator and just dry your zucchini. Your neighbors don't want any more. Trust me. I know. I asked them.